we realized there were so many new businesses opening up in Danville that were run by women. And we realized that that was the result of a few different things. Some of these women were coming back to work after having kids. Some of these women were kind of transitioning careers, but all of them were taking a chance and starting a new business, starting a new path. So we were trying to think of a way that we could bring all of these women together, kind of share common experiences, really have, chambers are really good for networking, right? So how do we bring that kind of thought process into this program while also having tactical skills training? So we have the Women's Enterprise Initiative. This has been the result of a ton of work from Judy in particular. We're so lucky to have Judy heading up our Chamber of Commerce. I'll brag about her for just a minute, but the chambers across California, you'll get to learn that, some of them are a lot more active than others. Some of them are, focused on different areas. We're lucky that Judy does it all, and Judy has really been recognized up and down California as one of our kind of top leaders here at Chambers in the state. So we're very, very grateful to be working with her. A little bit about the program. So we're starting today with kind of fun, hands-on. One thing that women kind of across the board all need to be thinking about is emergency preparedness and what to do in the event of that big earthquake, all of that kind of stuff. So we thought that would be kind of a fun way to kick things off. We also just love our San Juan Valley Fire Protection District and we wanted to find a way to get them engaged. Paige is a member of our board of directors. Chief Meyer is a member of our board of directors. So he was so graciously willing to do this for us. After this, we're going to have sessions roughly every other month. The topics of each session are in your binder, so take a look at that. If there's anything, if you look at one of those topics and you think, gosh, I really hope they cover, this sort of thing or that sort of thing, let Judy and I know and we'll make sure that the speakers cover that. And this is the first program of its kind, so if there's anything today or 6 months from now that you think is working really well or not working well at all, please tell us. We're very open to feedback. But yeah, get to know one another and have fun, ask questions. I think if you ask questions, you get really cool pens today. More incentive to be engaged. But thank you all. We'll get going.
The emergency plan worksheet is a wonderful worksheet to work through if you want to get more prepared. I'm going to give you some easy tips today because I'm going to tell you maybe one person will go home and do this. Right, so we try to avoid not doing. I've been here 23 years. And I've taught so many emergency preparedness classes, and when I do surveys after, I'm like, oh my God, nobody did anything. The emergency workout plan is awesome, but I also made these, and where's that other one? This is kind of like a cheat sheet list of what is in a lot of FEMA, going on to California Forestry for fires. It's like what you need to know for every section. And it's like a good grab and go. The other part is a disaster recovery document worksheet. This, I feel like, would be first. It is when you have to leave for a fire or we have a major earthquake. It has all your essentials on here. So on the back side, you'll see to be able to put your mortgage down, your birth certificate, your driver's license. One of the things I did do was buy you guys all USBs. I know that you guys all have USBs because you're powerful women. You too. And you have them. You have documents on them. These are 4 gigs. This one is only going to be for your emergency preparedness, for your lists, your pictures, your documents, your driver's license, your passport, and then you're going to lock it, right? You can scan those into Microsoft Word, you lock the document, that way if it ever gets lost, you don't have to worry. Essential. Okay, so here's the thing about getting prepared. You have to think that you need something that you can grab and go with, and you won't be able to go back inside your house. It will be beautiful and amazing if we can get back inside our houses, but we are not guaranteed that. We can see even from the wildfires and having to shut all the doors, stay in the house, run your air conditioner, not open the windows. That's a different type of stay put, right? But when we're evacuating and we don't really look at the context of our houses, what the survivability is of the houses. We're gonna be fine. I'm gonna go with that, okay? I like being positive, but we don't know. So I would say starting with something that you can grab and go. I think having something in your car is a great first step. So having the USB, having water, having food you like to eat. Like I have tuna and crackers and Snicker bars and Reese's Pieces. The candy lasts for like 2 years, right? You don't even have to rotate it, and you can eat it in your car if you're starving. Getting those things in order, having them in your car so they're accessible for you, they're easy to get to. Water, you guys are gonna write on something right now, buy water. Go ahead, buy water. One of the biggest things I heard with the power outages that we were having was people not being able to get their cars out of the garage.
Yeah.
If we are in a heat wave, leave your garage open.
Oh, smart.
Period. Right? If we have wildfire season and we're hearing all these fires are popping off everywhere, leave your garage open. Right? Unless you have a generator that is for your garage, which I had to research a little with previous talks I've had. So many people were locked out of their garages. Right? And then what does a generator actually do? So there's like mini generators at mini prices, but you can actually get one that just controls your garage, which I didn't know. So I'm learning too along the way. So you either buy one of those or leave it open, right? With an earthquake, we're not gonna know. So kind of knowing like, where would you go? What is your plan? With your kids, this is essential to know, right? And have a plan and have a backup plan when you have people who are neurodivergent that are gonna lose it. So both of my kids, when they were in high school, my daughter is, my son's out. If there was an earthquake, I told them both are gonna stay at school. I knew I was gonna come in here, I want them to help, I want them to be part of the system, and I don't want them to worry about leaving, right? So practicing, knowing, having a conversation, the schools are so dialed with emergency planning. We're working on the stuff they need, but they know what to do to help the kids in the process. The kids know what to do when the fire alarms go off. So it's easy to have these conversations now. So communication is going to be your number one, right? Communicating. Your phone is going to work for a little while, sending text messages with no emojis and no pictures. Why not? System is going to be an overload. You're going to see that, I think I'm going to send, they're probably not going to send, and it's probably not going to send. So you're going to take your phone out right now, and in the text message part, because this is what I've learned too, if we don't do it now, we don't do it.
Yes.
So in the text message part, you're going to put in a new text, and in the 2, you're going to put 888-777. And in the message where you'd write emojis, you're going to go in there and put your zip code, and you can put any zip code, but for here would be 94583, 94526 Danville, 94506. A lot of California is now on Nixle. If for some reason your family, you put in Santa Clara, they have it, but and it will pop up and tell you, we are not registered with Everbridge in Nixle yet. So you would know right away. So across the country, this is a huge communication for emergencies. So, and then you put it in and you send, and it will say you're registered.
Can you do 2 zip codes?
You can do as many as you want,
Cool.
which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. The other one is if you guys are in this county, CWS, the warning system, is to register on that, and you can get on to Contra Costa County warning system, and it's a phone number you put in, and you get the local emergencies. You'll still get it from Nixle, it's just kind of an extra layer. And then Pulse Point, which is our app. Everybody has that?
Yes.
I do. Yes.
Pulse Point. Okay, we're gonna download Pulse Point too. So if you look it up, it's just Pulse Point app, and there are features on it that you can turn on and off if you want certain information or you want to hear our dispatch numbers. There is that. The one system, I haven't even talked to Gail about it because we were close, is our 16:10 a.m. We're going to revamp that this coming year. It's going to be our project. So that it is something you'll be able to tune into and hear what is going on. So we do the personal emergency preparedness classes, keep that in mind. We also have the CERT program, which is 24 hours. It's the Community Emergency Response Team training, which is a lot of different training, search and rescue, medical, fire extinguisher, but we can break that up and not make it one big class too. So just keeping that in mind. So any other questions? Because I want you guys to be able to see the Emergency Operations Center and just get dialed in on some of this stuff. Yeah.
Quick question, because I know you're talking about the USB. What about if we keep all that stuff in the cloud? Is that a safe solution as well?
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. The one thing about the cloud is accessing it. So it's going to be challenging for that first, I don't know, probably 2 weeks. Probably a month, but I'll be optimistic and say 2 weeks. So if there's something you need to turn in, if you're one of the people at Earthquake Insurance, you have to use the USB.
Got it.
Because with Earthquake Insurance, and I hate saying this, but it is what it is going to be the people who submit their claims first.
Okay.
In California.
You're gonna run out. Yeah.
Period. So if you have it, make sure you're using it, you're paying for it every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to be dialed in, and we've seen that all over the world. Not, after they fund so many families. And insurance companies are dropping people in the valley left and right for fire insurance. It's like a big thing right now that we're trying to navigate.
So our goal is twofold with this. We want to educate, train, mentor, help you out, but we mostly want to create the next generation of community leaders in the Danville area, in the San Ramon Valley. And so all of you in signing up for this and being accepted into this are, an embodiment of what we're looking to do and what we want to do in Danville. We want you to grow, we want you to succeed, we want you to stay in Danville and San Ramon. Paige Meyer, who is so well known in our valley for keeping our community safe. He's done so much to help businesses, particularly during COVID. He came into a situation where he had to literally redo the entire department to manage the budget, did an amazing job. So, Chief, please come say a few words.
Well, welcome. On behalf of the district, the fire district, we welcome you here. We're really proud, actually, to be able to host the first ever Women's Initiative meeting. And so for us, when Judy brought it up, I just, I know that this district has always been business friendly, community friendly. And if we can impart anything that we're doing that might help you in your world or in your personal life, I always think it's great. And we have Danielle Bell, who's the best, emergency preparedness cert instructor I've ever been around. Just dynamic and smart, and is going to give you a lot of information. I just want to say just a few things about the district. You are in a building that we did partner with the city of San Ramon. So when I hear all your experience about what you're trying to achieve, it resonates with me because we had to make a partnership with a police chief and a fire chief and a city manager and a fire chief. And the way the district works is I answer to an elected board of directors. Most fire chiefs answer to a city manager. So it's a little different. And so we had to come together and make that work. And it takes a lot of collaboration, a lot of trust. Everybody says leadership. Sometimes I think it's overused, but we had to have a lot of trust in each other's capabilities. So we're really proud of this location you're in. We just opened it up the beginning of the year. And so we're excited. We're excited for you to go across the way. You'll get a tour of our Emergency Operations Center. If there's time, they can also walk through the dispatch center, and you can see the 911 center where all the calls come in. They all get dispatched across the way. It's, this is the part where I get nerdy. It's an essential services building. So it can withstand over an 8.0 earthquake. Wow. And it's the only one in the county that can do that. It's pretty unique because most people's EOC, is also like a boardroom or a community room. And ours, you're going to go in and you're going to see, wow, this is business only. And we wanted that for the county and for our district because we understand it's not a matter of if, it's when the wildfire hits. It's when the earthquake hits. So we're really proud of that. So I hope you guys have fun touring and seeing what we do. The other thing I just mentioned, and I'm going to try to say this without offending somebody, but I usually do, so I apologize. But one of the things that we started a few years ago was a scholarship program. I don't know, you guys are all, in business working. I don't know if you've noticed maybe 3-4 years ago, even 5 years ago, it seemed like it was impossible to hire people. And it's just gotten worse progressively, right? To get quality people in the door that will want to come to work. And So we had that issue. And then in the fire service, we're 99% male. I mean, it's just the way it is. So, people always say, hey, what are you doing about that? Well, I'm doing the best I can. That's not, there's only so much I can do. If 99% of my applicants are male, then it is kind of holding serve. I'm not discriminating. I just don't have the pool. But one of the things that we did here, and I'm really proud of, is our board decided to create a scholarship program because you have to be a paramedic to apply. And our scholarship program was for young firefighters, young aspiring firefighters who live in the community or in the county and want to be reserves, want to be district aides. And what we do is we actually give them a scholarship. We pay for their education to become firefighters. And it's not a lot of money. This is what everybody gets kind of caught up on, right? Like if I can't hire people and I expend $15,000 to $20,000 and I get a 30-year firefighter, it's pretty darn good. I mean, that's good return on your investment. But the second part is, and it's been not, I say this, it's not a goal of ours, although we are always aware that when we have people that might be of a different ethnicity that is not, that we don't see in the fire service, females that we don't see in the fire service, we really reach out to them and try to encourage them to get involved and get the scholarship. Now, I say that with this caveat. We encourage them, but they got to do the work. Because what I don't want is this idea that you get out there and it's everybody's all messed up. I don't like anybody on the right or left, so just let's get that straight. Let's get that straight right now. I don't like them, any of them. Throw them all away. But what I want is I want people to know that they earned it. I don't want this idea that somehow we give somebody a hand, they got to pull. I'm not pulling you up. I'm just giving you a hand. Now you got to do all the work. And so we've been really good at that. I think 50% of our hires, since we started this program, 50% of our hires are coming from that program. And 50% of those are female, a different ethnicity, just the way it's come. And we're expanding that to Contra Costa College. We're going to start there too to kind of expand the reach to give people an opportunity. And again, it's not because I'm one of these bleeding hearts that run around, I want to change the world. I don't. I just want good employees. Does that make sense? I just want good people, human beings. All right, I'll stop there. I'm getting in trouble. It's my last year. I'm retiring. I'm retiring. I got a great severance. If you guys get me out of here, I'll throw you guys a party. And it won't just be carbs. Okay, so the last thing I'll say, fun fact, and I am pandering. I'm going to pander a little bit because I'm going to pander. When I listen to you guys have fun, it's kind of, you're an easy group for me to hang around with. So I appreciate your time, but it was the best thing that happened to me. And I got no complaints because it worked out perfectly. So with that, welcome. Enjoy the day. Enjoy Danielle. You're going to have a blast and the tour. So thank you guys.